Hi, hello, beautiful. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shanara. If you're an oldie but a goodie, thank you so much for tuning in. And as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a mommy chat. So, if you are a mom and you need a new homegirl, you want somebody that you feel like understands you and you want to vent and just feel like you are in community with somebody and that you're not out here alone, this is probably the video for you. I do want to let y'all know I have already primed my face. These are lash clusters that I put on, and then I've already done my brows. These brows is from this morning because I created a little TikTok of the products that we about to use. So we just about to, touch on what we already got. And then these are the lash clusters that I used. And then the eyebrow pencil that I used was... Girl, I don't even know who this by. Maybe Ruby Kisses in dark brown. I don't know. It ain't even no right and left on here. I have no idea. But I did get a new brow pencil, which if I do touch up my brows, it's probably going to be this one. This is the J Cat Beauty in the shade Warm Caramel. I tested it out like on the front of this brow earlier today. It was really cute. I really like the shade. So, yeah. And then I got me a little drinky drink. It's just a little shot of tequila and some lemonade that's in here. And then I also got some water. So, yeah, go get your drink, girl, if you ain't already got one. Motherhood. Motherhood, to me, is about finding balance. I feel like motherhood is a constant tug of war between what you were taught as a child, what you currently believe as an adult, and trial and error from your experiences since becoming a parent. I think you have to have all three aspects in order to function as a parent, but ultimately as a mother. Because as I mentioned, I feel like everything that happens in a child's life, it's gonna be where his mama at, where her mama at, where they mama at. Like, the mother holds the ultimate responsibility of how the child turns out, and that is a very big responsibility to put on anyone. I would love for my child to be a decent human being. I hope that I am raising a decent human being. But ultimately, I could literally do everything that I think as a sane person living here in the United States of America. I could do everything that I feel is right to make sure that my child is a decent human being, but he could still end up being an asshole. And there would be not much more that I could do about that. And that frightens me because I feel like there is no playbook to say this specifically is going to work to make sure that your child is happy, healthy, and a decent human being at the end of the day. There is a difference between like right and wrong. Don't be like beating your child senseless. You know what I'm saying? Don't like treat your child as you would want to be treated, like as a decent human being. But I don't feel like there's like a handbook to say this is, if you follow these rules 1 through 10, your child is for sure going to be the most amazing person that has graced this planet. That genuinely just does not exist. And there is nothing that we can do about that. So again, we can only like hope and pray that what we are doing and the values that we are trying to implement into our child are in fact being effective. By the way, this is the Essence foundation stick. This is my second time using it. The very first time that I used it to cover up my dark spots, and I really liked it. So I'm just gonna use it like as the foundation as it's supposed to. If y'all can tell, my forehead is a little bit lighter than the rest of my face, but with my bronzer, we gonna make that work. And then I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush and then this Morphe Continuous Setting Spray to blend it in. Even back to like the tug of war, like how I said there's no actual like menu or guide on what you are supposed to allow your child to do. So like on the weekends or days that I know my kid doesn't have to go to school, I'll let him sit in our living room on the couch all day, eat whatever food he wants pretty much. Now I will let him eat some snacks, but he still got to eat some food at the end of the day. But like I let him snack and eat whatever he wants. And then on top of that, I also let him sleep on the couch if he wants to. Like he don't have to go to bed. Whenever you fall asleep, that's fine. I make sure that them doors is locked. We all in here safe and secure. And then I take myself to bed. Like I don't make a big deal about it. I just let my kid be a kid. And then I wonder like, when I let him break his routine, is that like me being a bad parent, or is that me being a kind of sort of lenient parent, you know? Because I can't recall being out of my room after a certain time when I was younger, you know, like I had to go to bed. So I don't really know. And I just put on the Pat McGrath concealer in the color M18. I really like this concealer, but I wish it was a little bit more neutral. I feel like I probably should have got M17 rather than M18, but we're gonna make it work and we're gonna make it do what it do. And then I'm also going to use I don't think I'm a fan of it, but I'm gonna keep using it until I like it. But this is the Essence Baby Got Bronze in the shade Hazelnut Hug. So I'm gonna put this on as well. And then I'm gonna use this Morphe foundation brush, this Morphe M103 brush, to blend that in. And then, or when I say blend that in, I'm blending in my bronzer, and then I'm gonna blend in my concealer after that, and then we'll put on blush. I usually put my blush on first, but girl, I've been yapping, so this is just what we're doing today. So yeah, as far as like finding a balance, I really feel like I'm having a very difficult time finding that balance, because I think me growing up mainly with my father, I feel like I kind of teetered the line of trying to find emotionally what was okay to express. Because like as a woman, of course, like we all have like feelings and emotions and things like that. But then like men don't always express their emotions like outwardly. So I kind of had a hard time finding that balance. Like it was a bit rough for me, I will say that. And so as a girl as a woman trying to find her footing in life and what womanhood and girlhood is, as well as trying to find a balance of what I need to show and tell my son, y'all, it's hard. And like I just really hope and pray that like I am not doing anything that's gonna cause my child to need severe and heavy therapy, because like it'll be so like heartbreaking to know that like, damn, I really did try my best, but he's still spending $1,000 a month on therapy and we just didn't get it right. Like it just, I don't know. I think about stuff like that. Like I just really hope that I am shaping a decent human being, and I hope that I'm not like screwing him up. Like I just want my baby to be not just a good son to me. I don't want him to be a good child to just me. I want him to be a decent human. I want him to be a nice person. Like if I mess up my makeup because I start crying, like, oh my God, I'm gonna be so upset. Let me pause for a second. Okay, you guys, so I done got myself together a little bit. I done blended out my concealer, and I'm about to go in with the Danessa Myricks blush in the color Spice Latte. It looks a little brown on camera, but it does pull like a pinkish brown on the cheeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and dust that on with this Real Techniques contour brush. And to blend out my concealer, I did use the Morphe M132 concealer brush. So I was getting a little bit emotional, so I had to get up off of here and get myself together because I was not trying to mess up this makeup I just spent all this time trying to do. But I just find myself really struggling with finding a balance with motherhood. I want to spend time with my kid. But I also want to spend time with myself. I want my child to be extremely educated. You know, like, I want him to read books. He sees me reading my books all the time, so he's interested in reading books. But honestly, when I'm in the middle of chapter 15 and the plot is just getting juicy and I'm about to find out why the villain really do got beef with the main character, I don't want to sit down and read no book with him. I can't just be like, no, baby, not right now. He wants his time right now and then I also be thinking like, girl, I also be thinking like, what if something was to happen to us in the next 10 minutes? If I don't read this book with him right now, you know, like, that's going to be the last thing that I'm thinking about. Like, oh my God, I should have read this story to my baby. Like, the guilt trip that I put on myself for not doing certain things at a specific time when it comes to being a mom, like, that mom guilt is so real. Like, why can't I not have some time by myself? Girl, because this baby didn't ask to be here. But also, like, Shanara, if you are burnt out, your baby is not going to get the full you. He's not going to get all of you. So that's not fair to him either. So, like, again, the constant battle, the constant tug of war of finding that balance to be a good mom and to be the best you, it's so freaking exhausting. So, yeah, let me finish my makeup. I've yapped enough to you all. Let me finish this up and I will come back and let y'all see the finished look. Okay, you guys, so the face is done. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. Yeah, the face is done. So, to wrap everything up, I use the Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder in 320 for my under eye, and then I actually did go over with the Juvia's Place Cookie Dough loose setting powder. I really like this powder. I really like the way it blurs my under eyes, but I hate opening this to get the top back on. It's so frustrating. I don't know, but like, I hate that. And then I also used the Sephora Collection Duo Blush in the shade Poppy. I used this lighter shade for my blush. And then I used the Juvia's Place bronzer in the shade Dark. I used this top shade right here. And then I used the Persona eyeliner in the shade Brown for my under eye waterline. And then I also used the L'Oreal Extension Telescopic Mascara in the shade Brown for my bottom mascara. And then I used the J-Cat Beauty eyebrow pencil to touch up my brows. And then I used the Persona lip liner in the shade Americano for my lip liner. I really, really like this shade. And I also really like the texture and consistency of the lip liner. So good. I used the Morphe setting mist to melt everything together. I just put out this NYX butter gloss in the shade Tiramisu. I'm about to put this on first to see if I do like this. Ooh, I like this. But I think I'm about to go over it with, what is this? I'm pretty sure this is Fortune Cookie. Girl, the sticker gone off. Yes. Yes. This what we like. This what we love. Yes. Okay, let me put a little more of this tiramisu to bring it together. And yeah, This is our lip. So, you guys. Hold on. Because there's just something about this brow that's... Okay. Yes, I can deal with that. Okay. So, I'm really happy with the way everything turned out. I really like a lot of the new products that I got. So, you know, money well spent. Hey. I don't feel like I need to return nothing and take nothing back. So, you guys, this was my motherhood rant and how the responsibility is all on the woman. Ultimately, I believe what I want to share with you guys, if you have watched this far, is to know that this is a safe space. I am a mom. I understand that things get hard. If you need somebody to speak to, hit me up in my DMs. All of my social medias will be linked down below. I want us moms to understand that we are important too, and while everything may still end up relying on us, it is our responsibility to make sure that we are whole so that we can show up for our children. I love you guys. If you have listened this far, thank you so much for staying tuned. And yeah, this was a fun time. So I will see you guys in the next chat. Wait, what? I will see you guys in the next chat, and I hope you all stay loved and stay safe. And yeah, until the next time. Bye, guys.